In order to take slope measurements, you're going to have to set the compass in a really particular way. Right now, north is up towards the top. But what we want to do is we want to be able to use the scale that bends around the bottom of the dial. And so in order to do that, you want to turn the gauge so that west or east is oriented toward north used to be. And now, when you turn the compass on its side, you can see that this thing, the scale that bends around the bottom of the dial, is oriented so that 0, which would be flat or no slope, is at the bottom, and then 90 is oriented, if you were measuring something like, say, a wall. It's also really important that you hold the compass upright, so not tilted too much, because that tends to make this little swing arm hang up. And if your magnetic north dial is in the way, what you can do is turn the compass until it gets pointed in some other direction so it's not in the way of your measurements. And then you're ready to measure slope. Once you have your compass set up correctly with west and east along the long axis of the compass, you're ready to take a slope measurement. In order to do that, you want to have a long, rigid object that smooths out some of the variability in a slope in order to get more of an average value. Let's see. So, if you can envision dumping water on the ground, water runs straight downhill. And so that's how you should have this longer object going. You want to hold the compass perfectly upright so that the swing arm can move freely around the brass pin in the middle. But if your magnetic needle's in the way, what you can do is turn the compass on its side in order to let it float towards magnetic north and then be out of your way. So now we're ready to measure slope. So what you want to do is put this down on the rigid object and directly perpendicular to slope. And then you want to read where that swing arm is falling on that scale. And one of the things that you can do also, if you want to kind of lock it in place, is you can tilt it on its side so it no longer moves. And in this case, we have a slope of 2 degrees.